Hi guys, welcome to the Afro channel where we talk about everything cars, from car sales to car repairs, your driver's license, international driver's license. Basically, just try to guide the community if you're new to the UK or any EU country, how to get your license, the processes and all that. So today we'll be talking about your driving test again, booking your driving test actually. It's no longer news that if you're trying to book your practical driving test, to get dates for the test and all that is just quite difficult. Like this is February. If you check the government website and you're trying to book your driving test on a couple of test sites, test centers actually, you'd notice that the closest available dates you might find will be in June or July. It's like 3 months ahead. Like it's all booked. It's all booked. Like sometimes it's even as long as 4 months. So if you're trying to book your driving test, you'd always notice that to find dates are quite difficult. So what the rumors flying around there, and which I think I experienced, was that these driving instructors, yeah. So the rumor flying around was that they buy all these dates and then keep it to themselves and their students. So what they do is they resell these dates. So now why I said I had a practical example was during my driving test. My driving instructor charged me about £100 to book the test for me, just so that we could get a closer date. Normally on the government website, the practical for weekdays, from Monday to Friday, is about £62, and for weekends, if you want to do weekends, £75. Why people prefer weekends is that they believe weekends are quiet. You don't have a lot of cars on the road. People have had good times on Fridays and Saturdays. They are tired. They don't want to leave their homes. It's weekend. Everybody's indoors. So if you're going to sit for your driving test, you always have the motorways and all that are quite free. So that's why people prefer weekends, and weekends are £75, and then weekdays are £62. So the point here is, so these driving instructors will book all these dates, buy all the dates and all that, and they keep it to themselves. So once they have any student ready for the exam, they will just simply resell. Like I said, they sold mine for £100. So instead of £62, they sold mine for £100. The trick, what you could do to get a closer date is, there are a couple of apps that I'm going to mention that you could use if you're looking forward to getting a closer date. It could help. It did help a couple of my friends, so that's why I'm recommending it to you. So what the app does is you go on the government website, you book your test. What you need to book your test would just be your driver's license. There's a number there you're going to use. Book your test. Choose the test you're going to be sitting for. Is it manual or is it auto? Is it motorcycle and all that? Just select your test, and then once you've succeeded in booking your test, all you need is the reference number. You take it to those apps, type in your details there, and then choose the dates you'd want. So you could pick as much as 1 month ahead or 2 months ahead. Just pick all the dates there. Like that's what my friend did. Pick all the dates there and then leave it. So what will happen is, if anybody cancels their test, if, take for instance, a student have cancelled their test because they're no longer going to be available tomorrow, the app will automatically quickly book that test for you. So even while you're sleeping and all that, so they will quickly book that test for you. That's what the app does. A couple of I think the prices are different on both, so I'm going to introduce two apps to you. So there's a Testi, Testi, and then there's also the driving test now. So to book them, they're both the prices are quite different. I think one is about £11.49, and then the other one is about £15. So all you need to do is, when you get these two apps, double check and pick the one that you'd want. So if it's the £11 one, if it's the £15 one, you could choose any of them. So like I said, what it does for you is, even while you're sleeping, if somebody cancels in the midnight, if there's a change in their schedule and they no longer want to sit for that test and all that, then they cancel the test. So instead of just leaving that space blank and then letting somebody else book that slot on time, the app will automatically book it for you while you're sleeping, so it gets you a closer date. So instead of waiting 3 months, it could help you get a date for as close as probably 1 month from now. So yeah, so that's what the app does for you. So like I said, I'm going to share the app. Just, they're all, I think you could find it on your Google Play Store, on your Apple Store and all that, and just install and then go through the process. Just, first of all, like I said, the process is, try and make sure you've booked your driving test. And like I said, choose any date. The dates can be 3 or 4 months ahead. It could be July and all. Choose the date, register for it, and then use those apps to see if you're able to get a closer date. Or alternatively, you could still speak to your driving instructor. They would always have a date. That's just the thing. They will always have a date. So what they do is, once you've booked that exam and all that with them, they automatically cancel the slot they have and use one of the slots they have, and then just book it for you. That's what those guys do. It's common knowledge, and I feel nobody wants to do anything about it. I don't know when that will change. That's why you have further dates and all that. Yeah. So I've explained the dates and everything to you. So please download those apps and try and use them. I've had practical experience of how the app helps. Yeah, I will see you on the next video.